this lobby should be full. It's not going to be. It's going to scary times.
Just a stone's throw from the National Rugby Stadium, Cardiff's Angel Hotel should have turned over more than $3 million since March. Instead, just like almost every other hospitality business in this pandemic, the manager feels like he's in a long, dark tunnel with no light at the end of it.
It's such a buzz here on a rugby day. You'd have 60, 70 staff on site. We're now down to a core team of 5. Half the staff have already been, unfortunately, furloughed and been made redundant.
At 6 p.m, the bars and restaurants of St Mary Street cleared their terraces and shut their doors. Households are now prohibited from mixing indoors or even outdoors. And despite having the lowest infection rates of any of the 4 nations of the UK, the devolved government has followed its scientific advisors and ditched local lockdowns in favour of a national firebreak.
Well, what the modellers tell us is that this will get us through to Christmas. If we act now and act decisively, we will be able to sustain economic life and the health service through to the Christmas period.
CHEPSTOW is one of the many communities which straddle the Wales-England border. The likely cost of this firebreak lockdown in Wales is estimated at more than $650 million. And that's a big ask in a town such as this, so close to the relative freedom on the other side of the border with England. But the Welsh Government estimates that not locking down could cost more than 6,000 lives.
So I live on the Welsh side of Chepstow, and my 2 daughters live on the English side of Chepstow. So this is very much our farewell breakfast for the next 2 weeks. We're not going to be seeing each other because of the Welsh lockdown.
Will financial penalties, which start around $75, be enough, though, to deter people from escaping to the other side of the river?
I'm not sure about escape. Escape seems to be quite a kind of, no one's escaping from anywhere. I think they might go for a stroll.
At the root of all this is the need to protect the finite resources of Wales's hospitals and their staff, still reeling from the first wave of the pandemic.
I found one of my colleagues in tears the other night when we split our unit back to a COVID unit and a non-COVID unit, because we can envisage what winter's going to be like, even in a scenario at the more benign end of the spectrum.
In diverging from the local and regional lockdowns preferred elsewhere in the UK and Europe, the Welsh are acting early and hoping to reap the benefits. But with the full impact in terms of jobs and infection rate only emerging 2 weeks or more from now, it's a real test of nerve. Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Cardiff.